What are mirror wills and how do they work? Great question. Hi, I'm Jasmine from Redwood Financial. We're a family-owned and run chartered financial planning and estate planning firm based in Hampshire, and we've been helping clients in this area for over 20 years. So, what's the difference between a mirror will and a normal will? Well, basically, a mirror will is usually used when we have a couple who wants the same thing, broadly speaking. You're perhaps, as a couple, appointing the same executors, the same beneficiaries in the same percentages, and a mirror will allows us to effectively replicate each other's will to be exactly the same, and it will typically be everything to each other and then equally down to the children. So a mirror will can be really useful and also cheaper than having bespoke individual wills, but it's about understanding, are they appropriate to use in the right circumstances? Sometimes a common misconception is that a mirror will is almost like a joint will, which can't be changed after one of you's died, and that's not the case. So with a mirror will arrangement, if Mr. has his will and he passes away first, the surviving spouse can absolutely go and change her will after her husband's died if she wants to in the future. So there's flexibility there to take into account of changing family circumstances. Now, whilst that could be a good thing to have that flexibility, in the case of blended families where perhaps we've got different children from previous relationships, we might not want that level of flexibility. So we need to think really long and hard about what our circumstances are before we decide to engage in a mirror will or individual bespoke wills. The key thing is that whether it's a blended family or whether we're married and it's a first-time marriage and we have all the same beneficiaries, is making sure that we're protecting the wealth. Simply leaving everything to each other and then down to the children is not always the best thing to do when it comes to protecting our wealth from things like generational inheritance tax, divorce and relationship breakdowns, care fees, and bankruptcy as well. And so if we want to have protective wills, then we're going to look at utilizing family control trusts. It still might be in a mirror arrangement between husband and wife, but having those protected trusts in place means that actually when someone dies, their will is locked in, and any changes that the surviving spouse makes to their will moving forward will only affect their wealth and their assets, not your original instructions. So that can be very beneficial for blended families to have, yes, still a mirror arrangement, but the use of the protective trust to bring in a bit more control and a bit more flexibility still for the surviving spouse, but making sure that your original wishes are protected and followed through. There's lots more information about wills and how to set up the correct will for your circumstances on our website. So please, by all means, go get some more information from there. But also you can contact us for a 15-minute complimentary callback with one of our advisors who would be happy to answer more of your questions and help you understand what type of will is the best will for you.